ourselves at Lincoln Financial Field in South Philly. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the Philadelphia Eagles. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. First down, Darnold. And right away, he lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to face a third down.
And it's third down. 53, check 53. Watch the run, watch the run.
Darnold from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy. What's that? Hey, 40's Mike. 40's Mike.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be second down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at. Including a safety.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Go. Great 57. Alert 3. Here, shift. Kill it, motion me out.
Wentz now to throw. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
It is hard in zone coverage to stop a curl route because when they see it, they just try and find the open spot and sit down.
Yeah, we always talk about finding the soft spot in the zone. What's the key to doing that? How do you do it?
You have to read what the coverage is. Is it 2 deep? Is it 3 deep? Because then you know where the linebackers are going to drop, what spots in the field they naturally get to, and you find that open space, and then you're in sync with your quarterback. He should be reading the exact same thing, and they put the ball right on you.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike. Great 15, great 15.
On third down, Rainey. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down.
Go. Great 15.
They do go for it. It's Wentz. This is Johnson. He's got it. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. 1st down.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on 4th down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. As his guys are in for 6. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successful.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December early in November, but they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the 1st down. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
Let's get it.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They're going to go. It's Darnold. And the catch made by Johnson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a 1st down. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Again, Darnold. This one complete to Devin Funchess. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team, because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down. Darnold going to lead the offense up 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Again, it's Henderson. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Mike 50. Mike 50. Check, 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 check.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. From the 3-yard line again, they'll try and punch it in here on 3rd and goal. They'll look to run with Henderson. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to be okay with us, whether it's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point. Take the field goal right here.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, and the whole month of December is still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Now this throw caught left side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle 1st down. Wentz going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 17 yards and a 1st down for Philly.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Wentz now on 1st down. He gets this one to Johnson. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle 1st down.
Eagles, 6 down. Check 6 down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
From the red zone now, Wentz. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Will Harris. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
After the interception, here's Darnold. He's going to go deep for Funchess. And got his man complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one goes for 36 yards. Well, that'll help get you out of danger. So much for playing it conservatively back towards your own goal line.
That aggressive mentality, sometimes you can use it, and they did there against a defense who probably thought to themselves, there's no way they take a shot here this deep in their own territory.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 15 yards for the Lions there on a 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Henderson now on 1st and 10. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Darnold. He finds his man Johnson. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A gain there of 21 yards. Darnold from the red zone now. Funches has it complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Darnold. His throw incomplete. Ronald Darby that time, the one who got a hand in and knocked it free.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right?
He's got him in, complete. And now look at this, big gain but a fumble.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Hey, Ford Tokyo! Hey, Charlie!
Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Let's calm the crowd.
Ram!
On 1st down, Wentz. Complete, it's Johnson. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe somebody to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
Off the draw, here's Johnson. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The play fake, and it's Darnold. Throwing deep for Galladay. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, and they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
On 2nd down now, Rainey. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly for 6. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down. Off of play action, Darnold. A throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with.
Hey, exit.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Flushed out right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
On 2nd down, Rainey. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Escaping the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
87, bravo.
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike, 50.
Wentz will try again on 2nd down. Johnson's got it complete. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now a give right side. Rainey, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Check tight, check tight. He's checking. Crash. Check 31, check 31. 25, check 25, check 25.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. An extra defensive back on the field here for third and goal.
Hey, check Mike 21, check Mike 21. Watch the flood, watch the flood. Motion, blood. Kill. Watch it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be fourth down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And the kick by Elliott is good. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Ball on the 30, they'll come up with a second and 5.
Check 90. Check 52.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Mike 51. He runs. Mike 51. Pick me up. Here we go. Push up.
On play action, Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It was Justin Houston, the native of Statesboro, Georgia, with a sack.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Small. Hey, rip 5-2 on here. Let's go.
Now Wentz. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check. Hey, orbit.
You don't want to. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want it.
Check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive one of quarter three.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop, because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
A carry by Henderson to start the drive. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
At the 2-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Mike 53.
From the end zone, here's Darnold. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Check. Fresno.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up fourth down. Here comes the Lions punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Rainey now to return it. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Wentz. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. On the carry is Kelly. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Wentz now on first down. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. The catch and run there, good for 16 in the first.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Wentz now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Let's go. Hey, Mike 40. Here it comes. Check 3.
Wentz now to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
Here we go.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Going to give this time to the tailback. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Mike 51.
On play action, it's Wentz. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Detroit. Kenny Galladay, 82 yards. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe
that. Super toe.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Check Mike 21. Hey, Mike 7. Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike 21. Watch the backer. Watch the backer.
On 2nd down and 4. Wentz. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
That's another Eagles 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Wentz now perfect since the 2nd half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Hey, zoom. Squeeze. Drop deep, drop deep.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And the catch made by Johnson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Check. 74, 74.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
On 2nd down now, Rainey. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Check Mike 21. Switch up, switch up. Hey, check. Hey, Delta. Mike 21, check Mike 21. 6 man. Check curls, check curls, check curls.
Throwing now is Wentz. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott on for the extra point. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. 2nd down, it's Henderson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
To throw is Darnold. This is Johnson. He's got it. It's a 1st down following a gain of 3.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Darnold now, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Back to throw, Darnold. Open man is Galladay, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 25 yards that time.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. Throwing deep for Galladay. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Kenny Galladay is intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
You draw quarters. Red 80.
They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
No gain on the play there, second down. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. It appears they'll be a few inches short, so 9 yards on the gain officially, and it'll be third down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Go. 180. This time, 7. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Here, check 24. 2 jet.
Wentz going to try and throw on third. He's going to let this one go deep. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will take this into enemy territory as he's out of bounds on the other side of midfield.
And an Eagles first down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Let's go, bring it up.
A gain on the play.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. They run with it. It's Kelly. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. They'll keep it in the hands of Kelly. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down.
Sunday.
Wentz going to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Come on, QB, come on.
And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis